My name is Carlies from Orlando, Florida. I attend the University of Missouri and I play safety on the football team. So being at West Orange, I attended West Orange from my sophomore to my senior year. I played wide receiver all my years growing up playing football until I got to college actually. So I was being recruited mostly as a receiver throughout my whole high school career. And Missouri was actually my only defensive back offer who offered me a corner or safety. So I took that into consideration, and they wanted to see me play a lot of different snaps at defensive back throughout my senior season. So my coaches allowed me to play both sides of the ball going into that year. So once they saw that, they really felt like they could believe in me to be an aspect on both sides of the ball, pretty much more on the defensive side of the ball. A lot of people call me creative player growing up just because of going into my Pop Warner games. I was usually one of the tallest people out there, also pretty much the fastest person out there. So every time I would get the ball or if I was on defense, I was probably either making all the tackles or I was scoring all the touchdowns. I had a lot of different offers from Miami, Pitt, Cincinnati, FAU, UCF, different schools like that. But what stood out to me about Mizzou, for one, being my only SEC offer, just knowing that's the biggest conference, in college football. Some of the best athletes come out of that conference. And then also just, I felt like that was the best opportunity for me, educational-wise and also athletic-wise. So going on my visits, them showing me all the stuff I could do on the educational side, it just really stayed in the back of my mind when I was making my decision. And that just really played a huge part in why I went there. So going into my official visits, because I went there twice, going into my official visits, they sat down and they talked to me strictly about education. They told me all the things I can earn from my degrees from the University of Mizzou, talked to me about the alumni that went there and different things that could help me boost my career outside of football. So, going on a lot of visits, a lot of people say a lot of things about the football side and what that can do for you in your career, but a lot of them don't talk about the educational side. And also with my mom being a teacher, that's also a huge part when we were both on the visit and they were talking to us about that. So we were both real excited hearing all of that stuff. Sports management is my degree right now, and last semester I had a GPA at 3.56. Why I picked sports management was pretty much because growing up, I felt like that was the realm I wanted to stay in, just stay in the sports world, but kind of have my own business in it. So maybe like, owning a gym or having a sports business, having sports drinks and stuff like that I can bring out to people. I feel good going into my senior year. I built up pretty much a lot of confidence each year I've been in college, going from freshman all the way right now in my junior year and in my junior year off. I felt like I built a lot of confidence. So going into my senior year, I just know what I need to work on to get myself to that next level. So I'm just ready to do that. Playing against Alabama, it was fun. It was a fun experience. I've only played them once, and it was my freshman year. So that's pretty much, if anything, that's pretty much the time you want to see them. Just, that's just your freshman year, first game of the season also. So just being out there, I played corner my freshman year. So being out there, I guarded Jaylon Waddle, Devontae Smith. I was out there guarding those guys. So it was, it was a real tough task out there guarding them, but it was a fun experience. And I felt like that also gave me confidence moving forward into my college career. Just being able to line up against the best and play against those guys just really boosted my confidence up. I feel like the SEC has prepared me for the next level in plenty of ways. Just being out there, knowing I'm going against the best of the best each year, just seeing those guys, watching the film on those guys, just knowing growing up, I saw this conference. This is mainly the only conference I watched pretty much growing up, just seeing all the guys that came from it, all of my favorite players from the league, past or present, being from this conference. I just know what I can get out of it, and I've been getting it all since. Yes, sir. We definitely do a lot of that at Mizzou, going back, giving back to the youth. We have a lot of different camps that we do, football-wise. We also bring a lot of different kids of different ages into our facilities, and we have them do a lot of different games with us, interact, go out on the football field, do little drills and stuff, just to keep them, just let them know they have a purpose in this life, just not to be out there doing something they're not supposed to, but, just letting them know outside of this football world, you can be a regular person who has a great job and can provide for their family in different ways. Distractions, that's one thing I knew was going to be a big thing going into college, especially being on the athletic side of the college world. Just knowing, if you go out, different parties and stuff like that, you always going to have a target on your back. You're pretty much going to be the face of the party when you go out. But that's pretty much not in my realm. I'll go out probably once or twice, but it's not really anything that I really like to do. I just like to kind of stay to myself and with my little group of people. But partying, I let some of my other teammates do all of that. But that's just one thing that just really never, really just caught my eye because, it'll be different parties around different roles. But right now is not the time for me. In my head, it's not really the time to party. It's time to really just lock in on your education and your athletic world, to get where you really want to be in life. Because I feel like party is not what's going to help you get you to wherever you want to be on that next level. The different level in eating and the healthy lifestyle is very different from high school to college. Because, and pretty much in high school, if you want to do something, healthy, that's on you. That's pretty much your decision what you want to do. Going into the college world, they have stuff for you pretty much set up already. So it's not really a thing that you really get to choose. It's more of when you go into college, you're going to eat these stuff, you're going to drink these shakes, these nutrient bars, all this stuff that pretty much want to help you get to a healthier body and a healthier lifestyle that pretty much I feel like they feel will help you get to the next level on what you want to do. Because there's a lot of guys that I've seen throughout the years, they go through different processes. I've seen guys who really don't use it. I've seen guys who have used it from my freshman and junior year, and I've seen the differences. You know what I mean? So it's different things, but I feel like college-wise, you really want to take advantage of what they're giving you, especially on the nutrients and healthy lifestyle-wise, because it will better you in the long run. Mental health is definitely a huge thing. I feel like it's starting to take over the sports world. I do see it in different people, just a lot of people I know, and it may not even be the sports world, just different people in general, outside of the sports world that I know, their mental health might not be as high as, it once was when I first saw them or when I first used to talk to them. But we have a lot of groups and stuff that we pretty much do college-wise where we talk about this stuff. We try to talk about different things that'll help this out. Pretty much try to bring your mental health back up to where it needs to be so you can feel better about yourself and what you need to do in this lifetime. Pretty much, I feel like the stars and being overly hyped in high school, once you get into college, it doesn't matter at all. Pretty much everybody's going to be a zero star. When you get to college, everybody's a zero star. You got to start right back over. That's what you did in high school. That's really my opinion on it. Being in high school, those stars are what you are for high school. That's not what you are when you go into college. You go right back to a zero star because the coach is not going to treat you no differently when you first get on campus. You right back to doing what you were pretty much doing in high school in terms of working and doing stuff like that. And so coaches really don't care. They got you because they saw you as what you were in high school. But once you get back to college, you're right back to being a zero star. You got to work your way just right back up like you were a freshman in high school again. Coach Dante has been a huge impact in my life because he's been in my life since I was 5 to 6 years old. So I've always played with his son. We're pretty much best of friends. Growing up, I've always been over to his house. He's always cared for me just like I was one of his sons as well. So just being with him by his side pretty much all my life, he was like another father figure to me. Different rides, helping me out if I need help in schoolwork. Just having a lot of different talks about different things, not just the sports world, education, going into work, stuff like that. He just always talked to me and kept my head on straight throughout all of these years. Wake Up Mentoring is a program that I've been in since I've been a youth. It's a program that Coach Dante created and established to help just bring in some guys, or some kids who might not be on the right path, but help bring them in, and keep them on the right path and direct them in the way that they want to be going. Advice I'll give a lot of kids watching this right now, take it serious from the start to the finish. Because for me, I felt like I really started taking it serious my junior year of high school. I felt like that's really when I started to really take it serious, just because that's when I really saw coaches really start talking to me about different offers and, just interest in me from that start. Because it started sophomore year. Coaches were saying, that they see me out there during our practices and stuff like that. But, it wasn't really a lot of communication going on then. So by junior year, that's when it really started to click for me. Like, okay, I can really do this. Coaches are really starting to notice me. And then the offers started flowing in. So that's when I really started to drive into a different bag and try to just get where I needed to be. I'll pretty much say, especially on the Wake Up Mentoring part, because Dante's pretty much trying to reach out to you, hear him out, because he's one of probably the best guys that you can listen to in terms of advice, because he's helped me along the way, and he still is, even at this day. Even me being 21 years old, going into the path of being a grown man, he still helps me out with different things that I ask about, call him all the time. He still talks to me. It's just a different type of relationship. So if he's reaching out to you and he's trying to help you in a better way, believe him and trust him, because he's just trying to make you a better person or a better man.
Yeah.